Hey everybody, back again with another haul video because I can't stop, won't stop. Oh my gosh, I really need to, there's my dog again, there's little Dobby, he's so cute. I really need to start making some junk journals because if not, all this stuff is just going to overwhelm my house. But I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I got. I went to the local SPCA thrift store after work today, just to kind of see, and I wasn't planning on doing all this, but again, couldn't help myself. Just the books, of course, got a nice long ruler. I think it was like $1. This is pretty cool. Approved expense account diary. Great pages. This little box, just because it'll be cute to hold some stuff in. And it was funny because they had $5 on it. And so I brought it up to the guy and I was like, is this really $5? And he was like, no. He said, we're having some, I know exactly who priced that, and we're having some problems with that person. I'm like, okay. So I think he gave it to me for like $1, but it'd be really cute for some little small things. Found this old game, Lotto, and the box, of course, will be cool to kind of cut up and use, but look, it's like bingo cards. Not bingo cards, but you know what I mean. Kind of the same thing. Blank on the back. And then there are these little pieces, I guess, that you put on whenever they call your number. And the numbers are really lightweight. So they will make good embellishments. And they look pretty cool. I think that was like $3. I'm not going to remember how much everything was. So, yeah. I wasn't really sure about these, but they're iron-on pockets. They're just all old, drug fair. I've never even heard of that. Some repair pockets, some iron-on patching cloth. Yeah, so, I mean, if anything, they will, they are like a pocket. So you could sew this. This is the iron-on part. So I think you can just kind of take that off and then just sew that onto a journal. And then you have a cloth pocket. Cute. So we'll see. But, this Love Tarot card set. It was in plastic, so it had never even been opened. The cards are they're a good size, and they're just really pretty. And then there's a book that came with it, I guess, describing. I found another old game called Oh No 99, and it's from the makers of Uno, but it has the cards were also in the plastic, so it had never even been opened. But yeah, they look old. There's the instructions. Let's make a little great camera. And then even these plastic pieces, they haven't been opened yet, but put them on the page or cover of a journal just for some texture. These, so I found a whole bunch of packs of these, and they were they were not $5. I think this was from that wood box. They were 50 cents, and there's a whole bunch of them in there, all different colors. Well, there's a few different colors, but they are, I think they're for like, you know, baseball cards, but they're clear. So, I mean, they make great little pockets, right? Whole bunch of those. This little thing of fabric was cute. It'll make a cute, like, summery kind of journal. I got some flashcards, state bird and flowers. They're not super, like, the paper is not super thick, but it's blank on the other side. And it has all of the birds and the flowers. It's so cool. Some seam binding, I think brown, and it's kind of dark in my house right now, sorry, purple. Some cards, Aladdin, the KOA, never been opened, United States Olympic Training Center. A set, they're just pretty. Set of 4x6 index index cards. Look at how cool this is. So I have the clickable letter stamp set. I think I got it from, I don't know, Hobby Lobby maybe, or Joann's. And those are the letters, of course. But then this one is just numbers, and it's the same sort of thing. It's the clickables, and I'm pretty sure that you could probably, it looks like it's the same, it's just different color. I could probably use it with the letters. But yeah, I've never seen that one before, and it does look kind of old. I don't know. Yeah. So this I got actually for myself because I totally remember reading this book. The copyright is 1978, but I probably read it, you know, like early 80s maybe. But I'm gonna read it again, just because I remember I loved this book. Okay. These, I wasn't really sure what they are, narration note cards, but they go with this book, which the book wasn't there, but they're just note cards. And I mean, if anything, you know, you could either just cover it up. So it's good paper, and they were super cheap. I think like $1 each. Some thread, just because it was $1. It's cute. Let's see. I got this thing of wallpaper, and it is kind of not foamy, but thick wallpaper. So, and it's like a border, I guess. This came in there, so I won't do that. Paper rolls, which of course you can make the, you know, the long paper, what do they call them? I don't know what they call it, but roll out some paper, put some clusters on it, stamp it, color it, and then you have instant ephemera. This little file box, and these actually didn't come in this, this came separate, but little Rolodex kind of cards, which would be cute, birthday, anniversary. And then these, which it just has some dates, which is interesting. But then the card says Tickler File Follow-Up Card, which I thought was cool. Who has seen that? You know, Tickler File. So, a whole bunch of those. This tin is mine. But, oh darn it. I just dropped it all out. All of these buttons, there are so many buttons. Like, and they're all old. Like, even, I mean, you know, you can use the backing, of course, for, look at this. I love this one. I gotta be careful with that. I mean, just so many. And then this whole thing was all filled, and I dropped, it all came out. So yeah, this is filled, and then all of those, and then there's more in here, and then this is cool because it's a paper one. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so lots and lots of buttons. Let's see. I'm gonna have to clean up all this stuff. So I got these two pink file holders just because I really need more storage. Look at how pretty those are. Oh my gosh, I love those. And of course I filled them up. So peoples of Southeast Asia. This was just kind of hanging out, and I have no idea how much it was. I have a feeling Mitty actually gave it to me for free. But it's a map on one side. It's from National Geographic. Some filler paper. Just paper. This old stationery set. It's pretty. Scandinavian recipes. The Roman baths of Bath. But just some great pictures in here. This is pretty cool. This is the travel guide, AAA travel guide to the Middle East, North Africa, Orient, and Pacific. Which, let's see if there's a date on here. But look, Cyprus, Iran, Iraq. I actually did my, it's funny, because I did my ancestry, and my dad is from Naples, Italy, and my mom is an American mutt, basically, you know, just a whole bunch of stuff. And so, you know, I have, of course, you know, 50% Italian, and then some English and some Scottish, but I just got an update to my my ancestry, and it said that I am 12% Cypriot, so from Cyprus, which I think that is really cool. And my sister said that's the reason that I can sit out in the sun and not go into the water until I am just like so I mean, people have gone into the water, you know, into the beach or into the ocean like 5 times before I'm ready to go in. Not that I don't like it. It's just I like to be really, I just like to sit in the sun and just bask in the sun. But yeah, this is pretty cool. 1968. That was a great find. The pictorial history of Winchester Cathedral. So again, just some great pictures in here. And then Canterbury Cathedral, same thing. American Heritage Guide, Great Historic Places. This is old too. Let's see if there's a date, but it's in beautiful condition. Maybe it's not that old. I thought I looked it up though. Uh, 1973. A year after I was 1. A year after my birth. I'll be 50. That means I'll be 50 in a couple of weeks. 50! Okay, so again, just, you know, an old book with some great pictures. Florida, aw. That's where I'm in Florida. Of course, the Italian Cypriot girl lives in Florida. And then the story of the Statue of Liberty. Let's see if there's a date on this one. Children's Press. So it is a children's book, but I love the pictures, and it's so pretty. 1965. 1965. Yeah, that's a good book. And then just some small things in here. Some tissue paper, different colors. This I wasn't sure. Waist shaper contains 3 yards of waistband interfacing. Yeah, and so I couldn't feel it. So I'm not really sure what it's gonna feel like. But I was like, you know, it was $2 a long time ago. It was $1 now. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. If anybody knows what this is or how it feels, I guess. 1 1/4. I don't know. And then they had these appliques. Just cute. And then they had cards, and the cards were like 2 for 25 cents, I think. And a lot of them didn't have envelopes, and you know, they're just kind of stuffed in there. So I found some really pretty cards, and they'll make, you know, great little additions. Blank card. Pretty. Yeah, I mean, I could even cut this out, you know, fussy cut these out, and that'd be pretty. I like this one because, of course, it is one of those cards that he opens up and you have all that writing space. And actually what I did, and I will show in the latest junk journal that I made, I actually made this as the middle of the signature and opened it up and sewed this part. And then when you close it, of course, you can't see the sewing anymore, but you're able to open it up and write. So I'm sure somebody else has done that, but I was like, Marcella, you're a genius. That is not even that's just a, yeah. Look at how cute this envelope is. This envelope and this little card. Oh yeah, just, I like that they use the same. A cheerful hello and get well soon. They're just cute. It just looks so old. I wonder how old this is. Let's see. No, they don't give the date. But a little spice, a lot nice. Look at her. She's got fishnets on. That's you. funny. That envelope. That. Oh, I love this one. It's a card and an envelope all in one. Do you remember those? Cool. I love that. And then that goes with it. So yeah, no, cheap. But let's see. Some iron-on transfers of hummingbirds. It has not. I haven't opened it, but I think it's almost like sewing pattern paper. Look at this. Souvenir de Paris. The Paris. The old postcards. Yeah. That's cool. Sewing pattern for, I bet it was 25 cents. So, doesn't look like it's ever been opened. Here is an instruction book for a sewing machine. And I like the size of it, which I thought was kind of cool. Here is a English-German dictionary. Come on. There we go. Weapon is Waffe. Where is Tragen? Here's an Italian-English dictionary. And they're small. So, and the paper is very thin. So put this over a card, you know, like a playing card. An old Webster's dictionary with that paper. Okay, now we get into the books. Oh, this is cute. So this is where I graduated from, Titusville High School. And it is just the holder for your diploma. But, and you could probably only put one signature in there. But isn't that going to be cute to make a junk journal out of it? It's a, different size. So that's kind of cool. You can see so it's like 50 cents. So I'm going to try it out. Let's see. I'll show the wallpaper. Look at this big old mama. This thing of wallpaper that I got. I think this was $5. But I did see somebody, I think in this group, and she printed on the wallpaper. She actually put the wallpaper through her printer. So I'm going to try it out. And especially with this one, because it's very neutral, doesn't have a lot of color. So yeah, I'm going to see about making like a tag or something. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that is huge. The last thing I needed was a big old thing of wallpaper, but like, I can't help myself. And then this is just a border wallpaper. But it was pretty because it has the hibiscus on it, which is so pretty. It was 75 cents. Here is one book that I got, The Joy of Signing, and I just love the, probably shouldn't have showed that, somebody's phone number, but this is an old book, so you probably can't call that person, and it doesn't have the area code, so, but yeah, either to use these as you know, like actual pages in the signature or cut out these pictures. I thought that was kind of cool. This one I was just looking at. It is from 1982, I think. But I love it because the person wrote in it, which I'm always a fan of that. Any book that people have highlighted or anything like that, I'm a big fan. But they wrote some notes. Do you remember those? I think they were like computing papers. And I like whenever I find papers in Bell system that is old. I like whenever I find papers in books and stuff. But yeah, that'll be great. And then there's a couple of other papers in here too. Oh, another one of those. I don't know. Time card. It's not a time card. I don't know. Computing little piece of paper. I don't know what that is. But there is. Oh, this is funny. Go Caribbean Crazy, nonstop fun, a 7-day singles cruise in 1982 for $539. Isn't that funny? I wonder if this person was going to go on this single. I wonder if they went. I hope they went. And then I thought there was, oh yeah, there is one more piece of paper, and I'm going to try to cover it up. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's just a piece of paper, but it's an old piece of paper. Wait, where is that paper? Oh wait, is it here? Yeah, so I'm gonna cover it up. Attempt to cover it up. Let's see. You're like, what? What is it? What do you have to cover up? So this is from the University of Central Florida. And did I just show it? So this is a receipt for something. But here would be like dorm rent and I don't know, maybe for this book? I don't know. But, you know, back then they used our socials, our social security number. So her social is on here, all Lorette. But this is from 1982, 5/13/1982. So this will be cool. I will, of course, you know, erase her social so that nobody gets to see that. And like these books were super cheap. You know, it's the thrift store. So they are just like, this is a chemistry book, but just having all of these like formulas, and I think just makes for really interesting pages, you know, in journals. And especially like this type of paper, it's more like a newspapery, thick newspaper. But same thing with this introduction to chemistry. Like having all of that, I think that's pretty cool. Here it is, another chemistry. Great. Cold remedies. Oh, see, look at that. That's gonna make a cool page. Tropical marine invertebrates of southern Florida and the Bahama Islands. I should actually bring this. I'm going to the Bahamas for my 50th birthday in a couple of weeks. I'm going on a yoga retreat, treating myself, just me. Excited. It's a great cover though on this. Ordinary differential equations. See, I never find books like this. And so that's why I just kind of went crazy and I got all of them. So it must have all come from the same person, the same estate, maybe. But I mean, like, look at that. Like, this is just another language to me. I don't understand this at all. I did see, it was funny, just, I guess they put some paper. Oh, but look. And their homework or their notes or whatever. I love that. I did see a book of coding for little kids. And I was like, you know what? And it was like for second and third graders. I was like, maybe I should get that. I looked at it and it was if this, then that. Again, I love when people write in their books. Designing electrical systems based on the 1987 National Electrical Code. Oh, SOP, that's sociology. Well. I'm going to make a celestial or astronomy and space. I'm going to make a few different junk journals that have that type of theme. So that's going to be great. Again, here's the study guide for algebra and trigonometry. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is cool. Oh, this. Do you guys put coloring book pages or anything like that in your journals? I thought, you know, that would be fun to put. I think, so let the person, you know, color. Communication skills for the processing of words. I like that because it's, yeah, this is cool. I say this is cool, like, that's cool. Here is a little travel book from the Dominican Republic, right? It's very glossy pages, but man, look at how cute she is. Oh my gosh. Cut that out. I get a journal tag. I mean, a journal card or a tag. Some beautiful eyes. Oh. This was cool because it is blank music page. And this is just old for the violin. I have so many music books, but I like that because it's old. I did get this cigar box because you know, because I can put whatever in it. This is, I keep saying cool. This is a cool book. Oh, stretch my legs. This is from the Antiques book. 1950. You can fussy cut, use the pages, cut that out. Journal tag, journal card. Cut these out. Yeah. Y'all know what to do with it. This, I don't really know. So communicate clearly and confidently. Exploring medical language. It looks like they are like flashcards maybe. And you take them apart. I think they're perforated. They're blank on one. No, they're not blank. So my O means muscle. So I guess, but yeah. Some tracing paper. We don't need to look at that. Here is Rolodex cards. It's not that you put in your printer, but yeah, I'll just pop them out. There you go, Rolodex card, whole box. Wake up and work. This is brand, you know, this is very, very new. Daily water intake. But that would be cool to put in. And then, so I wouldn't normally pay $1 for a used just notebook, because you can get these for 25 cents come August. But and I don't know if you can tell, but the color is old. So the color is yellowish, and then they collaged on it. They were like the first junk journaler. How cute is that? Yeah, it's a green notebook, but they just put all these pictures on it. Isn't that cute? So I had to bring it, had to get it. This is just some paper. I think it might be more like construction paper, but it's all the same color. It's not opened. Here is some transparency film for copiers. A sewing machine instruction manual. That's cool. That's cool. Here's some cardstock stickers. I think there were 3 things of them. And there's 1, 2, 3. So they're just thicker stickers, but yeah. There were 2 of them, and they're $3 each, but it is refill pages for scrapbooks. So I have a feeling it is going to be that beautiful old, yeah, it is that beautiful old scrapbook paper. Like my mom had a scrapbook, and unfortunately it got lost. But it had this type of paper in it. You know, it had the green cover. So yeah, that's really nice. I'm almost done. So this whole binder, I wasn't gonna get the binder. I don't need the binder, but I think the whole thing was like $1 or $2, and so it has these dividers, which, you know, cut them up, make some pockets with them. There is just some regular paper, but then there is a whole bunch of graph paper. So that was just nice. This book, The Yacht Masters and Engineers Book of Reference from 1909. And it's actually from 1909. Oh, be careful, girl. The telephone number was 1531 South. The paper is very thin. See? 1909. I mean, this is really cool. Here's the times of high water for December. And then they have like ads in there too. Or I guess these are ads. Yeah. Yeah, that was a really good find. It's in really good shape. Of course, and then I break it. And last, a yearbook. I love yearbooks. I love old yearbooks. And especially if they have writing in them. Look, Mary, we had a lot of fun in math. I hope we have more classes together. Your tall friend, Lisa Yancey. Isn't that cute? So from 1979. Like I said, I love old yearbooks. They make great pages. I mean, how old is that dude? Well, no, he got a baby face. But that, like, is that a teacher? I don't know. I think this is Maryland. Wheaton High School. Mounting males. Look. Oh. It's like an autograph book, you know? I love it. I love it. And then you also have the advertisements. So, yeah, okay. So this was super long, but this was fun. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to journal. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for, if you watched, you know, that's awesome. But it's just fun. I freaking love doing this. I love buying stuff. Okay, but I need to now start making the journals. So, all right, I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks. Bye.